He has a daughter, and you did that to somebody else's daughter. I don't understand.
He had been a serial killer for 14 years.
Who the heck is Israel Keys?
I'm terrified of what she went through.
These are items that were seized out of Israel Keys' jail cell. These skulls are drawn in blood. We believe that 11 is the total number of victims.
She has no idea her entire life is about to change.
Would wait until he had the victims under control, and then that's when I think the real monster came out.
Please help find my daughter.
Israel Keys, the serial killer with no pattern. He was the serial killer who didn't follow a pattern, a predator who could kill anyone, anywhere, without leaving a trace. For over a decade, he traveled across the United States, burying mysterious kill kits filled with weapons, duct tape, cash, and chemicals, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. A man without a profile, without a signature, without a type. No one knew he existed until a teenage girl vanished from a small coffee kiosk in Anchorage, Alaska. What followed was one of the most chilling and perplexing investigations in American criminal history. A case that exposed a killer more organized, more methodical, and more terrifying than almost any the FBI had ever encountered. This is the story of Israel Keys, the serial killer with no pattern. Part 1. The Making of a Predator. Israel Keys was born in 1978 in Utah, but his childhood was anything but ordinary. His family moved deep into the woods of Washington state, living off the grid in a one-room cabin with no electricity, no running water, and almost no connection to the outside world. The isolation molded him. As a child, Keys displayed early signs of violent behavior, not just fascination with weapons, but cruelty toward animals. He harmed pets, hunted for sport, and later admitted that he longed to take his violence further. Neighbors would later recall him as quiet, but off, a boy who didn't fit in anywhere. By his teenage years, Keys developed an unsettling philosophy. If you're disciplined enough, patient enough, and smart enough, you can do whatever you want, and no one will stop you. He knew he wanted to kill people, but unlike most future killers, he studied how to commit crimes and how to never get caught. The monster didn't appear overnight. He built himself over years. Part 2. The Kill Kits and a Decade of Secret Murders. By the early 2000s, Keys began traveling across the country, not as a drifter, but as a predator with a plan. He worked as a contractor and handyman, a job that gave him the freedom to disappear for weeks at a time. But here's where Keys separated himself from almost every other serial killer in history. He prepared his murders years in advance. Across the United States, New York, Vermont, Washington, Wyoming, Texas, he buried small 5-gallon Home Depot buckets in remote locations. Inside each one was a fully stocked murder kit, a handgun, ammunition, zip ties, duct tape, rope, garbage bags, cash, disguises, and sometimes chemicals to destroy evidence. These kits sat underground for years, waiting for him to return. And he didn't choose his victims based on age, gender, appearance, or race. To Keys, humans were interchangeable. Victims were chosen based on opportunity: isolated houses, empty parking lots, campsites, or simply someone who crossed his path at the wrong moment. There was no pattern, no motive, no psychological signature, just surgical coldness. He told the FBI, "I'm not like other serial killers. I don't have a victim type." This made him almost impossible to track and terrifying to understand. Part 3. The Courier Murders, Vermont, 2011. One of Keys's most disturbing crimes, and one he openly admitted to, was the murder of Bill and Lorraine Courier, a married couple living quietly in Essex, Vermont. In June 2011, Keys flew into Chicago, rented a car, and drove over 1,000 miles to Vermont. He wasn't visiting anyone. He didn't know the Couriers. He was there for one reason: to kill. He retrieved a kill kit he had buried in the area years earlier and began scouting for a suitable home. The courier's house had what he wanted: easy access, no children, no pets, and a layout he could exploit. In the middle of the night, Keyes broke in. Bill and Lorraine were taken from their own home at gunpoint, bound, and transported to an abandoned farmhouse nearby. What happened next is known only through Keyes' own confession. Bill was shot and killed. Lorraine fought back, but Keyes overpowered her. He sexually assaulted her before murdering her as well. He then attempted to destroy the crime scene, smashing the couple's phones and covering his tracks. The couriers were never found. Keyes later told investigators there were many more cases like this, murders where he left no loose ends and no bodies. The FBI believes he killed at least 11 people, but Keyes hinted the real number was far higher. Part 4. The Samantha Koenig case. Everything changed in February 2012. 18-year-old Samantha Koenig was working the evening shift at a small coffee stand in Anchorage, Alaska. CCTV shows a masked man approaching the kiosk and forcing his way inside. Samantha was kidnapped at gunpoint, and Keyes took her to a secluded location. Unlike his previous victims, Samantha's abduction created immediate public panic. She was young, local, and visible. The entire city was searching for her, but Keyes had already killed her the same night. In a move that shocked even experienced FBI agents, Keyes staged a ransom note. He used Samantha's phone, typed a message, and demanded money from her family, making it appear as if she were still alive. Even more horrifying, he photographed Samantha's body, posed to look alive, so he could include the photo in the ransom note. He then left Alaska, using Samantha's debit card at ATMs across the country to withdraw money, not because he needed it, but to create a trail of confusion. This was his mistake. Surveillance cameras caught his rental car near several ATMs. Police tracked his movements from Alaska to Texas. On March 13, 2012, after an ATM withdrawal in Lufkin, Texas, police stopped a white Ford Focus. Inside was Israel Keyes. In the car, they found Samantha's ATM card, her phone, large amounts of cash, and a .40 caliber handgun. For the first time, the invisible predator had slipped, and the truth was just beginning to surface. Part 5. FBI interviews and a killer with no remorse. Once in custody, Keyes began speaking, not out of guilt, but out of arrogance. He enjoyed the interviews, he enjoyed the control, and he enjoyed knowing the FBI had no idea how many victims he truly had. Keyes admitted to at least 11 murders, but investigators believe he may have killed 20 to 30 people or more. His travel history is staggering. Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Texas, Illinois, New York, Vermont, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, Florida. He told the FBI he learned from other serial killers' mistakes and built his life around avoiding them. He had no remorse, no empathy, no hesitation. At one point he said, "I liked doing it, that's why." But the interviews also revealed something else. Keyes was growing impatient. He hated being locked up. He hated losing control. And in the end, he made sure investigators never got the full truth. Part 6. The End and the Unsolved Mysteries. On December 2, 2012, while awaiting trial, Israel Keyes slit his wrists and strangled himself using a bedsheet in his Anchorage jail cell. He died before he could be fully interrogated, before he could reveal the locations of bodies, before he could be held accountable. His suicide note was a bizarre, rambling poem, offering no answers, no remorse, and no evidence about his crimes. To this day, most of his victims remain unidentified. The FBI continues to release new information, hoping the public can help connect missing persons cases to Keyes' movements across the country. He is, even now, one of the darkest mysteries in modern American crime. A serial killer without motive, without pattern, and without equal. Israel Keyes may be gone, but the questions he left behind continue to haunt investigators. How many victims were there? Where are they buried? And how did he manage to kill across the country for years without anyone even knowing his name? If you want more deep dive true crime stories like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on which case we should cover next. Stay safe and keep your eyes open.